Manchester United continue to chase Manuel Ugarte, with Paris Saint-Germain now open to striking a loan deal for the midfielder. United have been one of the busier Premier League clubs in the summer transfer window and may still have a key role to play in the remaining week. INEOS' arrival at Old Trafford in January has been the catalyst for a new approach to business. It has really been a busy summer for United and Erik bringing in 4 important first-team additions. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has emphasised that United will no longer overpay for their top targets. A focus on signing young players who can be developed into elite talent has been the strategy behind the club's summer. Striker Joshua Zirkzee and defender Leny Yoro fall under that category. Zirkzee marked his debut with a goal in last Friday's 1-0 win over Fulham, although teenager Yoro's introduction has been delayed by a foot injury. United then pulled off a double deal, bringing in both Matthijs de Ligt and Noussair Mazraoui from Bayern Munich. Mazraoui was the only summer addition to start against Fulham on Friday, but it was substitute Zirkzee who secured a 1-0 win late on. Those arrivals have largely been funded by several departures, with Mason Greenwood, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Willy Kambwala among those to leave Old Trafford. United still have more business to do and may find a breakthrough in a player who has been wanted for weeks now. A new defensive midfielder will remain a high priority in the final week of the window, which closes on August 30th. United want more legs in midfield after seeing Casemiro struggle last term. The Brazilian impressed against Fulham on Friday, but United have been eyeing a move for Paris Saint-Germain's Manuel Ugarte. Links to Ugarte first materialised on June 25th, and United have been chasing a deal ever since. United even agreed personal terms with Ugarte in July, but United backed away due to PSG's demands. Hope has returned though, and the Telegraph now claim that PSG have actually made an offer to United. It suggested that PSG have proposed sending Ugarte on loan to Old Trafford with an obligation to buy in the summer of 2025. PSG will only allow a loan deal if United commit to buying Ugarte next summer, having spent big on signing him from Sporting last summer. PSG want £51 million for Ugarte, whereas United are allegedly only offering £42.7 million. United actually prefer to do a permanent deal right now, but PSG are hopeful of tempting United into a loan move if that will get the deal done. United beat Fulham, but some of the worrying aspects of last season were still on show. Fulham were still able to break through the middle of the pitch with ease, and it's clear that another defensive midfielder is needed. Ugarte is an all-action defensive midfielder who can cover plenty of ground and break up play brilliantly. That is the kind of presence United need in midfield, and with Ugarte still only 23, he could be the destroyer in United's midfield for many, many years to come. If Ugarte is to arrive, he could be the perfect addition alongside Kobbie Mainoo, and could also help complete the renaissance of 60 million man Casemiro. Heading into this summer, the future of Casemiro was balanced on a knife edge, with his importance diminished after a season of struggles on the pitch. Casemiro was left vulnerable as his legs were not carrying him as quickly across the pitch as they once might have. This made playing him in defensive midfield a true recipe for disaster, with almost every single opponent able to bypass him on the counter-attack. So with this in mind, signing a ball winner like Ugarte, who can also cover plenty of ground, might be a really smart move in order to get some more out of the £60 million investment United made in Casemiro just 24 months ago. If the pair were played together, they could bring the best out of each other, and Erik deserves plenty of credit for finding Casemiro a new role, which has undoubtedly prolonged his career at Old Trafford. This has seen Casemiro impress in the 2 competitive games so far this season, including against Manchester City. We saw Casemiro at his all-action best during the Premier League opener against Fulham, when he ranked as the best in the team in some key areas. 3 chances created, 12 challenges won, 5 clearances and 4 possessions in the opponent's penalty area. This kind of performance would have been unheard of from Casemiro last season, but this season the team is far more organised, which plays into the hands of the Brazilian. United playing a higher line has allowed Casemiro to be further up the pitch, without having 20 metres of space between him and the defence, a gap any player would have struggled to cope with. Therefore, there is less demand on him physically, and we saw he was able to be quite effective in attack, with 1 chance created for Bruno Fernandes, which deserved an assist. Other reports suggest that a player exchange agreement including Jadon Sancho moving in the opposite direction could work for all parties. Sancho could be one of at least 5 players who leave United over the coming days. Outcast Hannibal Megbury has been linked with a switch to Burnley and only has a year remaining on his contract. Tyrell Malaysia could return to the Netherlands after spending a year out with injury. However, Soccer News Netherlands claim that PSV have abandoned a move for the 25-year-old. Midfielders Christian Eriksen and Scott McTominay are also worth keeping a close eye on. Eriksen has struggled for regular game time under Ten Hag and only has 12 months remaining on his deal. McTominay has long been linked with a switch, although former suitors for him have prioritised signing Sander Berge from Burnley instead. United's business has provided Ten Hag with a much stronger squad for the new Premier League season. A vast injury crisis was partly responsible for the poor form under the Dutchman last term, but he will not have that excuse this year. The INEOS effect can be seen all over Manchester United now, and this season promises to be an entirely different one for United. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. See you in the next one.